Normally, Santa Claus flies in by helicopter, but this year he cruised in with a lowrider. Of course, you could try dealing with allergies, but doctors say you have options like taking medications or nasal spray or a series of allergy injections. One of the things NASA wants to test on the recently finished space station is something called closing the loop. That's recycling air and water so it can be reused over and over again, allowing us to travel farther and farther away from Earth. Eileen McLaurin is a volunteer for Valley Assistance in Green Valley. She takes clients to get their groceries and medical treatments.
My income doesn't go up, but the gas prices do.
The cost of gas is causing her pain at the pump. She says she's reimbursed for 50 miles each day, but anything over that is out of her own pocket.
A lot of the volunteers have to go all the way to Tucson.
AAA says gas prices in Tucson are the lowest in the state, and that's because supply comes from pipelines underground. But for places like Green Valley, it has to be transported, costing more money.
There's also, it's a smaller area, so there's fewer gas stations, there's less competition. And then also the gas stations that are there, they may have a smaller stock of convenience items they sell inside. So they're not making money on what they sell inside their store, but they're making money on what they sell in terms of fuel at the pump.
You just have to be creative with, trying to save some money here and there.
Some drivers say they're dealing with the expense by saving money in other areas.
Usually you cut back on luxuries somewhere else because this is a necessity.
Others can actually appreciate the gas prices here in Arizona.
We're from California and we were just paying $4.13 a gallon, and $3.55 is not bad.
As for Eileen, she doesn't want to pay for gas anymore if she can help it.
Well, I know it's not going to get any cheaper. I'm going to look at an electric car eventually.
In Green Valley, I'm Jeff Westlake, News 4, Tucson.
I hear the baby crying, like screaming, for bloody murder.
Michael Walker says he stayed the night at a neighbor's house, and in the morning when he woke up, the house was on fire.
The smoke, it was real terrible.
He says black smoke made it hard to see, and getting out was a challenge, but he wasn't thinking about himself. He was thinking about a baby trapped in another room.
I'm trying to find the door. I can't find it, so I run into the room. I punch out the window there, and then I reach back in, grab the baby, and I set him down outside on the porch right there, and then I help his mother out of the house.
After making sure the mom and her baby were safe, he ran across the street to his grandma's and called 911. As you can see, the home is a total loss, and neighbors in the area say they're glad someone was able to help.
I think it's brave, because I wouldn't be able to do that.
That was very sweet and kind, and he just wanted to make sure that they were safe.
I think the young man that, from what I understand, helped the family out, did a phenomenal job. I'd like to shake his hand.
Everyone that was in the house fire is safe, but Walker's body is battered by scrapes and burns.
Big old deep cut, and then my whole body's like all burnt up. My ears, my face.
I'm very happy that my grandson ended up saving 2 lives. If it wasn't because of him, they would be dead. They would all be burned in the house.
These right here are healable wounds. But life's not.
Jeff Westlake, News 4, Tucson.
Yeah, I work in Phoenix, live in Tucson, and it's overdue. We need the extra lanes.
The Arizona Department of Transportation is turning 2 lanes into 3, going both directions on I-10 between the Interstate 8 junction and State Route 87.
Yeah, I think it needs to be widened a little bit.
John Baker says he drives from Tucson to Phoenix about 3 times a week.
I haven't had any problems yet.
Right now it's about 10 in the morning and cars can pass through this area without a problem. But at 7 p.m., barricades are put up and construction crews go to work.
The barriers, it's just dangerous between the trucks blocking you in.
That's because at night, 2 lanes turn into 1 and crews work until 6 in the morning. Karina Haas says it's like driving through a nightmare.
I refuse to drive at night. It's terrifying. It's just anytime a truck veers slightly, you absolutely have nowhere to go.
Very congested.
Driver Jim Phillips agrees.
Well, it can be hairy because you get cut off a lot and you've always got to be watching out for your safety.
A small price to pay for a nighttime cruise until spring of 2012 when it's completed. By then, drivers will have more room and more safety.
It'll be nice when the road is done.
I just wish they'd take it all the way to Phoenix.
In Casa Grande, I'm Jeff Westlake, News 4, Tucson.
There's an idea all the way to Phoenix. There will be no construction activity from December 23rd to January 3rd to accommodate all that holiday travel.